Hi guys, it's Nick again. I mentioned not long ago in a video that I went up into the loft and bought down a load of stock. And one of the things I bought down was all my Playmobil stock. Last year I picked up 3 different lots of Playmobil, one huge lot and 2 smaller lots, and I boxed it all up and I put it in the loft. The plan was to get all of that listed pre-Christmas, but I was just so busy with other stuff and I didn't get any of it listed. So anyway, I brought all of that down, and I went through it all the other day, and I've broken it down into smaller lots ready to sell on. So it's a perfect time for me to show you the Playmobil stock and show you the sort of money you can make on Playmobil. It's a great thing to turn over on eBay, and there's some really good money in it. So yeah, let me show you all my Playmobil stock and explain a bit about it. Okay, so like I say, I've been sorting it all out and it's all laid out here. There's all of this lot, and then over here we have all of these and all of these lots. So if you don't know what Playmobil is, they are little figures, similar in a way to Lego, but they're on a larger sort of scale, and you can get pretty much anything in Playmobil, from there's a little hospital thing here to great big houses. This is a broken down house, and then cars and figures, and they do loads and loads of themes, animals. These are pirates, for example. And it's hugely popular. It's really expensive stuff to buy, and there's a really great market for it secondhand on eBay. This is like the more kiddie style. This is I think it's called Playmobil 1, 2, 3, and the figures are more chunky. Their arms don't move, and the animals, for example, are more chunky when compared to the more realistic ones, which all have moving parts and stuff. But the kiddie stuff does really well on eBay as well. So let me go through and show you what I've decided I'm going to do with this stuff and the sort of money I hope to get back on it. Start with the kiddie stuff. All the kiddie stuff that you see here excuse me, was bought as one lot, and this I paid £5 for what you see here. This is a little electric train. Well, I say electric, it's battery operated train. There's some track which just makes a circle, a little station platform and some characters. That stuff goes really well, and I'm going to ask £19.99 with shipping on top, just for those. This is a Playmobil Arc, and this might be tricky one-handed. Can't get in it. It kind of doubles up as a carry case, and it's got a load of animals in. It's missing some of the animals, but it should still sell, and I'm going to ask £9.99 with £2.99 shipping for that. This is just a random set of points for the train track. It connects up with that red train track. I couldn't find any of those being sold on eBay. I'm just going to try and get a £5 for that on its own. This is a farm and like a farmhouse sort of set. Loads of animals, trees, tractor, all sorts of bits and bobs in there. I've decided I'm going to stick that on at £20 with shipping on top. So you can see already the sort of money there is. That was a £5 lot from a car boot sale, and that's 20, 30. I'm looking to get about £50 back before shipping. And these prices, what I do, you've probably seen before, I will go onto eBay and find similar lots, find out the sort of going rate for this stuff, and then I put my stuff on at Buy It Now, and I tend to pitch it at the top end of what I've seen things going for. I can always come down if things stay on too long, but I find I do really well just putting my stuff on at the top end of the Buy It Now range. So that's the kiddie stuff, and then, well, it's all kiddie stuff I know, but the younger kid stuff. And then there's this, which is really nice. This is like a hospital building. I don't think it's all there. I can't find this corner piece for the roof. there is this corner piece for the roof, but it's like an inverted piece and it doesn't, it's really odd. Anyway, there's an ambulance, there's loads of like figures and equipment in there, and loads more hospital stuff in here. I'm still a bit undecided how I'm going to go on that, because I want to try and complete the building, but I can't work out how it goes together. But I'm probably going to get about £30 back on that. This is a mixed lot of figures that didn't really go with any of the bundles, and loads of little accessories and stuff. I should easily get £10 for those. These are pirate figures. These are really nice. And I've put in a couple of these skeletons with it. A rowing boat, a load of accessories and guns and things, some treasure and a cannon. And I thought, well, I'll put £9.99 on there, but I might go a bit more on that. The pirates are actually quite sought after, but I'll get an easy £10 for those. I might actually do £12.99 on that bundle. And then a few children I just bundled together. So there's 6 figures there and a little toy tractor. I'm going to go £10 on those as well. These are farm animals, a big selection of those. I'm going to go for £10. I've decided to just do that £10 and free shipping. That was about what they go for. This is like a spy car, sort of a bit James Bondy. These missiles fire out the front. I'm going to ask £10 with that, with a couple of figures. Police car, police bike and some figures. I'm going to go £15 on that. This is a large house. Now Playmobil make a few different sorts of houses, and I've tried to build this, but I can't manage to make a complete house out of it. So it's going to be sold kind of for spares really, or to add to one that you've already got. But I should still get £30 for it. If you manage to find one of these and you can build it and show it as a complete house, you'll be getting, excuse me, you'd be able to get about up to £50 for it. And then Playmobil do like a sort of vintage Victorian style house as well, and those go in the hundreds. After I've shown you the stock I've got, I'm going to show you some completed stuff on eBay, just to show you what's achievable with it. But yeah, that's all house pieces in there, and I'm going to ask 30 quid with shipping on top for that box. This is a load of furniture for the house. You've got like cooker, sink, shower unit, all sorts in here. I should easily get £20 with shipping on top for all of the house accessories. This was nice. This is 2 little Christmas market stalls, a load of sort of wintry Christmassy figures. It's really cool Christmas tree, and then loads of little accessories for the stalls. I'm going to go for £15 on that. This is a very cool sort of like a pickup vehicle. They actually call it a power truck. A couple of figures, £20 I'm going to ask. This is a little thing. It's actually got a battery in that, and it goes in your bath, so it's like a bath toy really. It's got a little motor in it and a propeller. And the figure, I'm going to go for £4.99 with £2.99 shipping, just for that as a little lot. And then we've got a Jeep here, and a load of figures, and then this Jeep with a trailer and some off-road bikes, and your sort of service tools and a little trolley thing there. That's a really nice bundle, and I'm going to ask £24.99 with shipping on top for that one. And then my favourite out of it all is this Western stuff. I'm going to ask £25 for the bits here. There's a little office, and then various cowboy figures, really cool, loads of horses, and then loads of accessories and bits and bobs that I'm going to bundle together with this one. And that should be a really easy sale at £25. So that's that. There were a few bits that there's a helicopter that goes with the hospital, but the pin that holds the rotor blades on has gone, and I didn't want to bundle that in the condition it's in. This went with the Western set, but it's missing parts, and there's various other bits and bobs that aren't in the best of condition or are incomplete that I thought would detract from the lot. So what I'm probably going to do with this is just take that back to a car boot sale, and another dealer can take a chance on it and see if they can make some money on it. So yeah, that I'm just going to get rid of as it is. Probably just ask a £5 for it at the car boot, and somebody can see what they can do with it. So that's what's left out of it all. So there you go. I roughly totaled up what I hope to get back, and it's about £300 mark. And like I say, I bought this in 3 different lots. I bought one big job lot that most of it came from, and that I paid £30 for. And then I paid £5 for this kiddie stuff. And I bought, I think it might have been this one that I bought separately at a different car boot sale. And that was £3. So my total investment in everything that I've shown you, what's that, 30, 35, so £38, and I will expect to get £300 back, so it's not bad. Right, so there you go, that's the stock that I've sorted out ready to list. That'll probably be listed hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday, and then get some returns on that. What I thought I'd do now is just bring up a few completed listings on eBay just to confirm and show you what people are achieving on Playmobil on a regular basis, and see if I can find some of these exact things to show you what I'm talking about. So let's have a look on eBay. Right, so here we are in eBay. I've searched Playmobil house, and then what I've done, just to show you the real top end of what they go for, is done it by price highest first. This is all used stuff. This is the Victorian Mansion. If you ever see this, well, pick it up if it's the right money. Look, that one's sold. Well, it was the best offer, but they had it on at £300. Victorian house again, £200. This is more the sort of house, I showed you that box with all house parts in it. That's the sort of house parts I've got. And that completed one with extensions, £225. So you can see there's a real big market for this stuff. There's another, these are all the same parts that I had in that box I showed you, and they've put together loads of different sets and built this huge house and then sold that at £230. So there's great money in this stuff. As you can see, there's another sort of more old-fashioned Victorian house. So don't pass it by if you see it. There's fantastic returns, and like anything, you can do this in so many different ways. People sell individual parts and pieces, and do it that way. As I've just shown you, I'm going to tend to do it in smaller bundles. There's a very similar lot to the one I've got, but I couldn't manage to make mine form into a complete house, so I'm going to sell it for less. But looking at these prices again now, I'm thinking I might chance my arm at a bit more than the 30 I thought last time round. Anyway, so that gives you an idea on the houses. Grab them when you see them, because there's some fantastic money in it. Whether you can complete them like this or just sell them in bundles of house parts like I am, there's a great demand. And then let's zoom in a bit on here. So yeah, this is the Playmobil 1, 2, 3 stuff. I had this, oh, hang on. No, that's mine. That was me, that's one of my listings. This was a Playmobil Zoo that I had that I stuck on just before Christmas and sold it 21st of December. I got £16 for that. So that was good. Here's more what similar to what I've shown you with a farm building and a load of accessories. I've actually got 2 buildings and they achieved £20. With some postage on that. There's the zoo stroke farm thing again. That was undersold if you ask me. And there's another good example. So a load of farm and zoo stuff, 25. So you see there's a real market for this stuff, and it goes for good money. So there's the one with the box there at 25. Then we've got Western stuff. Ooh, hold on. So yeah, there's a good example. A load of pirates and accessories for £30. Blimey, that was good. Perhaps I've undervalued mine a bit. Look at that, 32 with a load of cows just for that. Amazing what people sell. But then in contrast, that for £3.20. Anyway, so you can it's just to give you an idea and show you the demand, so you keep in your mind that Playmobil is well worth picking up. Just a Western schoolhouse, they got 33. Blimey, Charlie. Quite impressive. Saloon bar, nearly £40. Yeah, I think I undervalued mine for some reason. I might do my little sheriff's hut for a bit more. So yeah, that's Western stuff, and it's very similar sort of values on the pirates. There's a pirate ship, 35. A few smaller lots there. See, people do break it right down to individual figures, and they're like 225 for one pirate. Pirate ship 40, and it goes on and on and on. Little pirate island 25. So there's a huge market for this stuff. Another one here. This is Playmobil police stuff. A couple of vehicles and figures, £15. Police car, £13 with shipping on top. A little bundle there at 15. So, oh, there you go. So, that just to give you an idea on the sort of prices that Playmobil sells for. Let's come out of here. So there you go. I hope that was useful. If you've not heard of Playmobil before or not bought it to sell on, hopefully that will inspire you and show you that the sort of money that can be made. It's not as common as Lego at all, and I don't see an awful lot of it, but every now and again at car boot sales you will find someone clearing a load of it, and if it's the right money, just grab it fast because you can make some really good profit on it. So there you go. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. If you've not watched me before, my name is Nick and I'm a full-time reseller. This is what I do to earn my living, and I make YouTube videos sharing with you guys how to make money online. So thanks for watching. Please thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.